Hello, my name is Lee, and today I will do all Gen 3 Pokemon, and with do, I mean I will rank them. I already did it for Gen 1 and Gen 2, you can check those videos out on my channel or like the end annotation or something. If you wonder why my lips look weird as fuck, it's because since my last video and this one, I tried going for something with my lipstick, but it looks weird, like almost creepy, almost like I'm a weird doll or something. My eyelashes are still crooked, so if it looks like I had a stroke, it's just the eyelashes. Anyway, let's get started. Yeah, these are Gen 3 Pokemon Trico. I think it's pretty boring. It's just a little reptile, doesn't look particularly cute or badass. It's a C tier. Grovyle. It's a bit more interesting with the leaves, but still not too great. Also C tier. Oh, by the way, I think I like 3rd gen Pokemon less, but there are some good ones in there. I like the 3rd gen games a lot though, so I think those are still like on par maybe. I like the Gen 1 and Gen 2 better, but that's nostalgia, I think. Gen 3 is pretty dang good. Sceptile is just a tired reptile with weird tail. C tier. I was never a big fan of this line. Torchic is cute. That's at least one check mark for cuteness. So it's a good starter if it is cute. I would say B tier. Actually, it's orange. Yeah, but it's just a chick. There's nothing too mysterious about it, you know? Combusken has a weird name. I kind of like it, but also the feet and the weird sloth claws makes it look a bit off-putting. I will give it a C tier. Now, Blaziken is also very weird. It has legs for hands and weird 80s jeans for pants. Also has a straight up dick, which is weird. It has a weird mask. It's very weird. I think the hair is very strange, but it is pretty funny to have a fighting cock, basically. It's pretty cool, so I'll give it a B tier. No, Mudkip, I know there's a meme going on, and I'm not saying this for the meme. I like Mudkip a lot, I love it actually. It's another one of these creatures with the things, like Wooper, I guess. But it has fins, it looks like a cute little thing you would see in a pond. It doesn't even look happy on this one. But I think it's a great design. Like a few very distinct limbs, those are not limbs, but growths, transform this from a boring animal into a really cute monster. Which is why I give it an S tier. Marshtomp is a pretty standard evolution. Loses cuteness, but doesn't gain badassness, whatever. So I'll give it a B tier. Now Swampert I like a lot too. I wouldn't say S tier, but definitely an A tier. Because it does look badass, strange, alien-like, cool, like with the yellow stuff. And how the eyes are part of almost the head fins. And it looks like a fan, its ass. It's very weird. And I like weird, in combination with badass especially. Poochyena, as far as the standard, it's not even a normal type, but the standard catching Pokemon Go, it's pretty cute. I like that it is a dark type, so I'll give it a B tier. Mightyena is a step down, because it is pretty boring. I guess I kind of like the fur and the face, but it's so standard. I'll give it a C tier. Zigzagoon is the true normal type rodent of this gen, and I have to admit, not a lot of people will agree, but I like it not a lot more than the other rodents, but considerably more. I like that it has a mask and it has a zigzag theme, which makes it look wild. Of course, Galarian Zigzagoon is much better, but we are talking about regular one. I'll give it a B tier actually. Yeah. Linoone loses pretty much all of the charm of the Prevolution. I still like it personally, but it's like a ferret with worse ferret. I'll give it a C tier. Wurmple is just a worm. D tier. Silcoon is just a cocoon. D tier. Beautifly. Now, Beautifly is, in many ways, I think it looks cuter or cooler than Butterfree. Although Butterfree is like a classic design, so I don't know how much of it is nostalgia, but I don't think Beautifly is better, really. But it's on par. That said, I don't remember what tier I gave Butterfree. I will give Beautifly a B, though. Cascoon is just that other thing with the different eyes, a D tier. Dustox is fun. It's a moth. It's like the ugly, yuck version of Beautifly, I guess. But I like its shape, like almost like a half moon, and how it's basically a flying Wurmple, like a flying gross thing. The eyes are crazy and its devious smile. I like it. I like Dustox a lot, actually. I should use it in a future playthrough. That would be fun. Loathead is fun. It's, did I give it a B tier? I probably gave it a B tier. Loathead is fun. Not a very creative design. I don't know its beak, like that is the actual Kappa Pokemon. Yeah, it's a B tier, sure. Lombre is kind of the awkward middle ground. It's not badass, it's not really funny, it's just creepy because it has a jacket and like a mustache. That's weird. It is creative though. I'm not giving it a B. Like, if it could haunt my nightmares, it doesn't deserve a B. It's a C tier. Now, Ludicolo is fun. I get why a lot of people think it's stupid, but I like its beak and how happy it is, and how festive. I'll give it a B tier. It's B tier for me. Seedot, not really that creative. It's a C tier. Kind of like Pineco. Nuzleaf, that's a fun design. It's basically like a Pinocchio dude who is a plant and like a bandit or something, or I guess a ninja. I guess it is based on Tengu, so I should probably use that terminology. It's fun, it's a B tier. Now Shiftry is a step down because it looks very creepy, and I get what that's like the actual Tengu. It's called Dirt Tang. Tengu. Like the boots and the nose, but it's just weird. It's a C tier. I never liked it. Tailo, not very creative. Just a bird. C tier. I'm sorry, Tailo. Actually like Tailo kind of. Swellow looks more badass and more cool. It even looks more cute, I would argue. Because Tailo just had the weird fat eyes, fat head, like a baby. Swellow, still it's just a bird. It's a C tier. Wingull is another good bird Pokemon because it is strange enough, like the beak. I guess it does look very similar to an actual seagull. It's written there, seagull. Almost forgot the name. But it looks different enough. like the eyes. That's fun. I will not give it a B tier. It's a C tier. Pelipper I like, but it's just a pelican, so a C tier. Ralts is fun. It's creative. I don't really like its legs. Like, I get it, it's supposed to be like pants that are too big, but it looks weird. Like how it has no eyes. I will give it a B tier though, because it's creative and fun. Kirlia? No, that's a cool Pokemon. It has a skirt, or like more like a ballet, a tutu. Like how the eye is behind the upper shell, which is also the hair. Looks very elegant and cute. I will give it an A tier. And Gardevoir, who doesn't like Gardevoir? Like, that's the epitome of fuckable Pokemon. And everyone who wishes to be a Pokemon trainer, admit it, you want a Gardevoir. And you want to be a zoophile, or I guess Pokephile. I would fuck, whether it's male or female, I don't care. It's sexy, it's an S tier, easy S tier. S tier every time. Surskit is fun. Are those animals called pond skater? That's weird. We call them water spider. I call them water spider, I don't think that's the real name. But it's cute, like it has red cheeks. It's not that great of a design, admittedly, but that's a fun bug. I will give it a B tier. Masquerain is fun. I like Masquerain, I like its design. It's like a weird droplet with weird diamond wings and the cool wings that are the evil eyes. Very creative, actually. It just sucks that it's so bad, because I would love to use it. I never used it, actually. I should use that in a playthrough too. I give it an A tier. I really like Masquerain. Shroomish is fun. It's basically like a Goomba. I like how mean it looks, or like how annoyed. It's a B tier. Breloom? I always really liked Breloom. It's an A tier for me, because it is a mushroom kangaroo with a really weird but cute face. And I like the little thing on its head, like on the mushroom. And the tail, it's so weird, but it's a fighting grass kangaroo mushroom. And that's like one of the most creative things. So even if it's not a perfect design, or even though I don't really love it as much, I will have to give credit. It's a really cool one. A tier. Slackoth. It's just a sloth that kind of looks like a clown. I guess it looks funny, but I'll give it a C tier. Vigoroth is okay. It's still just a sloth with a tuft of hair. A C tier. Slacking. You know, I like the man tits it has. It had the very prominent pig nose and Neanderthal face. It's still only C tier though, cause there's a gross ape. I kind of like I actually don't really like the gimmick of this evolution line too much, but yeah. Nincada. It's just a bug. C tier. Ninjask is fun, because it has the gimmick is it's super quick, but it just looks like a wasp. Looks like a cool wasp though, and a weird one. I cannot give it a B tier though, it's still a C tier. Now Shedinja, that's a fun gimmick. It's just a gimmick, it's not that great in the game, but the eyes, the little halo, the halo is really cool. And the Pokédex entry, that it steals the soul of anyone who sees it from behind. Like every trainer, every little kid who has a Shedinja has no soul. You can't go to heaven. What the heck, Shedinja? That's cool. I'll give it an A tier. Whismur, I dislike. It's like a baby bunny blob with really weird clown eyes, and it yells. It's D tier, don't like it at all. Loudred, I mean, it looks funny, but it also looks gross and dumb. D tier. Exploud, I have to give it worse than D tier. If the others get D tier, then this has to get an F tier. I mean, it's the logical conclusion of the evolution line, but I hate it. It's just a noise Pokemon. It could be fun, like if it looks like several music instruments in one, like or drum set or something. It could be fun, but instead they are just like tubes and gross monster. Makuhita is fun. It looks cool. It's like a little wrestler with a bundle for a face. Usually I don't like the closed eyes, but it's so exaggerated here that it's kind of beginning to be fun again. I don't want to give it a B tier though, because it is just a little pudgy man, which is kind of off-putting. So I'll give it a C tier, but Hariyama is the more badass, cooler version. That gets a B tier. Like the huge hands, the mean face, and the cool clothes. It's usually fighting Pokemon who have clothes, I've noticed. Azurill, pre-evolution that we did not need. It's cute though. I mean, it's a small Marill, an oversized tail. It's a B tier, sure, why not? It's cute. Nosepass is another gross one. Why I have to wonder why. Why does this need to exist? And like the holes, that's like disconcerting. Just the nose itself, it's an F tier, I'm sorry. Nosepass, whose idea was that? Skitty is a cute little cat. Has closed eyes, which I don't usually like, but I think it works here. The tail is weird, but I like weird in this case. It's a B tier. It's a good, normal type. Creative one. Delcatty. The thing is, I think I only recently found out that that thing around its neck is just like a neck thing, like a neck brace, or like a, what is it called? Is it called a boa? I don't know. But I always saw it as two centaur hands, like it has the 4 legs and then 2 weird short hands like this. And I cannot unsee that, kind of. Like they would be weird tube hands, they obviously are not, but it's just a weird design. Like the fact that it goes from little cute blob cat to too realistic strange-eared boa cat. It's off-putting. It's a C tier. Sableye. Sableye is fun. I love Sableye. It's an A tier. The diamond eyes, the creepy pose it has. It's really fun. I love it. It deserves a better stats or better evolution. Like it has a mega evolution, which is cool, but I think it should get a real evolution. A tier. Mawile is a cool counterpart. Sure, I'll give it an A tier. No, I'll give it a B tier. But it is really cool, like the backside, that it's also a Japanese myth, or whatever you call them. With the mouth on the backside. It's really cool, it's cute. Just the design of the little guy itself isn't that creative. You feel Sableye is a more complete package, so this one only gets a B tier. Aron, or Aaron. It's a little metal turtle with weird holes. Almost looks like an ocarina, like you could pick it up and play this thing. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't think it deserves B tier. It's a C tier. Lairon technically is a more boring thing, because it's like just a bigger thing that kind of looks like a Rhyhorn. But I like it. It's almost like an animal, and I like the back, like the ridges. So I'll give it a B tier. I'm actually a fan of this line. Aggron, also B tier. It just feels like such a ripoff of Rhydon and its evolution. I mean, it looks different. It actually looks more different than other things which feel like a ripoff. But I can't help but feel like it needs that certain something to be more unique or interesting. So B tier. I still like it a lot, Aggron. Meditite or Meditite. I think the onion head, it's funny, but I don't like it a whole lot. It's a C tier. Medicham, it's weirdly bulbous. I don't like the lips at all. You don't want to give it a D tier because it is creative. I give it a C tier. Yeah, I don't like it a whole lot though. Electrike, I've heard some people don't like it too much. They can see why it's kind of boring, but I like the elongated lightning head. That's a fun thing. I always liked it because it's a cute wolf. How can you not like it? I give it a B tier. Fuck it. It's my opinion. It's a B tier. Manectric, I think it loses some of its cuteness by making the head taller, but I do like it. Does look intimidating. But I'd give it a C tier. Yeah, I can't give this a B tier. That would be too cruel on the others who didn't get a B tier. Plusle and Minun, I'll rate them together. It's a C tier. They are a lazy Pikachu ripoff. The gimmick is not even that great in-game. I guess if you use them, they are okay, but like why? Why do we need inferior Pikachus? At least try to make better Pikachus, that would be something. Volbeat. It's a boring bug. I don't like its nose. It looks too much like a fat little man. It's a C tier. Illumise looks a bit cuter. Still basically the same Pokemon, C tier. Roselia is fun. Also closed eyes, a lot of closed eyes this gen. I like the Rose Arms. I think it's a fine Pokemon. I'll give it a C tier though. Gulpin, C tier. It's just a blob with a stupid mouth. And mouth hands, like triple tit hands here. Swallowed. It's gross. It's a D tier. A worm mustache. I guess it's more creative as far as poisonous trash things Pokemon go. I don't like the design. Looks dumb. Carvana. It's a piranha fish. It's cool. Not very creative. But it does look like really mean with its fangs. I can only give it a C tier though. But Sharpedo on the other hand. A shark torpedo with like the gills and the eyes are in the gills. It looks really badass. I'll give it an A tier. I always loved Sharpedo. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. Now, Wailmer. It's just a whale, which is a ball whale. It is C tier. Wailord, it's bigger. It's literally just a whale. Like the gimmick is, oh look how big we made it. But it doesn't make sense, like why does it not have higher defense? Could be like a super tank. It has a lot of HP, but that's just annoying because back then it took forever for the bar to drain. So, C tier. Numel looks kind of dumb, but in a very fun way. It's a camel, or it's a dromedar actually, or a volcano donkey, whatever it is supposed to be. It's cute. I like the ring around its eyes, the look like, what do you want from me? Huh? And the little, like green, like a geyser almost. I mean, it's a volcano, but it's cute. I beat here. Camerupt. It's a good evolution. Looks a bit like less confused, but still kind of, you know, it's cute. It basically has a look like our dog sometimes looks, like very tired. Random circles, not a great design element to be honest, but the two volcanoes, like a camel that erupts, that's creative. I'll give it a B tier too. Torkoal, I like the fire turtle design with smoke out of the nose. It's a cool design. Also closed eyes. B tier. Spoink is silly. I like the idea of a spring pig. The Pokédex entry is dark, which I like, but why does it have a ball on its head? And the cheeks look a bit out of place. It's a bit weird, C tier. But Grumpig is just a much more boring version, so that's a D tier. It's just a freaking pig with pearls on its face. Spinda, a neat little gimmick of having almost infinite of them. The spinny eyes, it looks funny. I'll give it a B tier. I never use it because I think it sucks, but it's a fun design. Trapinch or Trap-inch. That's a fun one. The star eyes are weird. The giant head on a shuckle body. It's strange. It looks off-putting in a very creepy but cool way, and I always love that it also has like a lot of attack stat but super slow. It's a fun, and it's almost like it's a fun. It's a cool description, and it's almost like a gimmick Pokemon. Like almost, not really. B tier. Vibrava, a lot of people say it's just the shitty middle evolution, but I like it a lot. I'll give it a B tier. Because I like the color scheme, I like the diamond-shaped wings and on the tail, the cute little Yanma legs, like the green eyes. It's cool. It's a bug Pokemon that isn't a bug Pokemon. That's also creative. As long as it still makes kind of sense. You know, like Grapploct, a lot of people shit on it. Like, why is it fighting? But it makes sense. It's a grappler. Why not? Flygon, one of my faves, S tier. I like the little, like it almost has like protective glasses because it, it lives in a sandstorm. And the wings are cool, the color scheme. It's like a fierce dragonfly. And the hair, it's really cool, I love it. Cacnea. I like the creepy mouth, the creepy sunken in eyes, the spikes for legs, the little crown, which like cactus you actually have. That's a cool design. A tier. Cacturn. I guess it's, actually is a scarecrow Pokemon. Did you hear something? I think I'm going crazy here. I like it, but it's not as good, so C tier. I don't like the way the spikes are placed. The body is basically a boring sack. Swablu is a very cute bird. I always liked it because it looks super fluffy. Basically has cloud wings. It's a cool little gimmick for a bird. It's an A tier because it's super cute. I love birds. Altaria also gets an A tier. It lives in its own cloud. It's a dragon. How cool is that? Yeah, it's just there's a certain something missing. It's cute, but maybe if it was also a bit badass or even more cute, maybe then would be S tier. But this way, no, sorry. Can't do. Zangoose. It's cool. Looks badass. But it's just like angry anime dude, which isn't that creative, so C tier. Seviper looks awesome for a snake. I think it looks very creative, like with its red teeth, It's almost like meat cleaver tail, how it zigzags. I think it's a really cool snake Pokemon. I'll give it an A tier. I like Seviper a lot. Lunatone. Not that creative. The nose almost looks like a beak. It looks creepy and weird in a way that I like. So I give it a B tier. Solrock. Also B tier. I think I like Lunatone more. Actually, no. I like them both. Man, I need to eat. Did you hear my stomach? Like the weird sun makeup on the eyes, which I actually like. It stares at you. It's so creepy and cool. Barboach. It's a fish. C tier. Whiscash. Now it looks more like a genie or something. Now this looks silly and fun, and I like the long mustache, the W on the face. It's a more fun design. It's a B tier. Corfish, it's a crab that looks weird. C tier. Now Crawdaunt, that's prime example of they over designed this. There's too much shit going on. And the blue thing, like sometimes it looks like blue lips, which is super creepy clown-like. And sometimes just the whole thing, like above and below, looks like a giant maw that's open. It's really weird in a creepy way. And I'm like torn between giving it a D tier because it's so off-putting and an A tier because it's so like horror movie-esque. So I think I'll settle for a B tier. There's something to it. It's very interesting. Baltoy is a toy. It's a spin top, whatever. It's not that great, C tier. But Claydol is also really creepy. Like, I think that's the thing I like about 3rd gen. Like, they really stretched the definition of cute pocket monsters. Created some weird horrors. Like, this could be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever thing. It's weird. I like it. It's a B tier. Lileep. It's an ancient flower. It's okay. It's a C tier. Credilli. It's not as good. Like, don't like the circles and how it looks like a dick head. It's a C tier. Anorith. Weird bug with weird eyes. I kind of like it, but B tier would be too much, so C tier. Armaldo. Not a great design. As an evolution, I like how it still has all the design elements, yet looks very different. Does look kind of badass, but still a C tier. It's closer to B tier, but still a C tier. Feebas, the ugly fish Pokemon. I guess it's funny, but I cannot justify giving it anything higher than a C tier. Milotic, one of my favorites. I think my taste is very mainstream for the most part, with a few weird outliers, which I think is the taste of most people. Milotic is very fun, like very beautiful. It's like almost like a mermaid, but with like the cool eyebrows and the scales. It's very cool. It's an S tier, sure, S tier. Man, I need to eat. I forgot to eat before this video. Castform. Castform is... actually, I was banned from Pokemon Showdown immediately after writing for one time because there was a huge discussion going on about Castform. How people either like it or dislike it. And I just wrote Castform literally is a ballsack, and I was banned. So Castform banned me, and I always thought it looks just like a ballsack. How it hangs down, and then this little tail looks almost like a taint. I fucking hate Castform. F tier. Go rot in hell with Mr. Mime, you piece of shit. Kecleon. I feel like a chameleon Pokemon should be a lot more fun. The ability is not that great, but it is a cool gimmick, I guess. But it doesn't look very interesting. Like, they could have done more with a chameleon Pokemon, I feel like. So only C tier. Shuppet is fun. It is a much needed ghost Pokemon. It's basically like a tissue with crazy eyes. I like it, it's a C tier. Yeah, only C tier because Banette is much more creepy and cool. Like the eyes, the zipper mouth, the backstory of like how it's a puppet that haunts the world. That's fucking creepy. I hate little puppets, but I love it. It's so creepy. It's an A tier. I really like Banette. Duskull, another cool ghost Pokemon. I really like the skull and the little will-o-wisp orb inside. The wispy thing on top and how it floats. It's really cool. It's a B tier. Dusclops, very fun idea. It's a mummy Cyclops, strange teeth-like things. It's really cool. It's an A tier. I really like Dusclops. Those are creative ghost Pokemon. A mummy Cyclops, how cool is that? Tropius, the better Meganium. Now why do you ask, is this better than Meganium? Easy, looks more like a dinosaur. Dinosaurs are cool. I think the color scheme is more fun, like an actual tree, like brown and green. The palm leaves on its back look majestic. It's a flying type, just super fun, flying grass. It has banana earrings, just super cool, and actually something I need to buy. Why do I not have banana earrings yet? That's the question that I need to answer soon, because it's so cool. I love Tropius. A tier. Now what? Fuck it, S tier. I love Tropius. S tier. I like Tropius. Chimecho, Kimeko. It's a chime. C tier. Looks a bit too weird. Like not cute enough to pet. Absol, everyone absolutely loves it, including me. It's the asymmetrical thing. Looks very fluffy, but also dangerous. It's a dark type. The Pokédex entry is cool, so mysterious. It's a disaster Pokemon. But the design is not a disaster. That is reserved for Mr. Mime. So, S tier, sure. I need to be more fair with these ratings, so I'm giving out S and A tiers more often. Why not? Is pre-evolution to Wobbuffet. I don't know if it counts as a baby version, but I think it's so cute with its eyes and like the little bulb thing on the head and the ears. I'm fine with Wobbuffet getting a pre-evolution. This gets a B tier from me. Ooh, the next one I like. Snorunt is a weird little thing with a hat which has cold and shivers. Little ball hands. It's really, really fun. I like Snorunt. I will give it an A tier. Like, this is creative. Like, what is this? It's a little monster. That's what Pokemon should be, in my opinion. Either really cute special animals or really fun creative monsters. Or badass ones. Badass is cool. Glalie is the face Pokemon. I think it's super weird and strange. I'll give it a B tier because it is kind of creepy and it's not that creative, it's just a face. But there's something about it that I really like. It's a B tier. Spheal. As a Drawfee fan, I think I like the other version of Spheal more. But Spheal is fun. It's like what Seel wants to be. And I liked Seel because it's a fountain and has the tongue. But this is a sphere, which is also a fun little pun. It's a B tier. Sealeo is worse. It's much worse. It's just a normal seal now. So it gets a C tier. Walrein looks more badass. I like the huge things, the tusks. It's badass. It's a C tier though. I can't give it a B tier. It's still just a walrus. Clamperl. I like how it's like sleeping. I like Clamperl. It's a B tier. It's a creative little shell thing. The pearl Pokemon. Huntail is not that great. It looks very doofy, but not charming enough to justify it, so it's a C tier. Actually, it's a D tier. I don't like it at all. Gorbis looks more fun, like it has that thing to impale people. It actually has a bikini. I never noticed that. That's funny that it has tits. It needs to cover. It's a B tier because I noticed this. It would have been C tier otherwise, but it's funny that it has bikini. Relicanth, the map on the fish Pokemon. I always thought it was kind of fun. I wish it had an evolution, because that could be very badass. It's a B tier. I like it. I like Relicanth. Hello? Are you loading? No. Love Disc. It's a heart. Guess it's a cute idea, but it's not that great. It's a C tier. Shelgon or Sheldon. I guess it's okay as a first stage, but it's... No, I don't really like the hair and the weird ears, and it's a bit misshapen. It's not cute. It's a C tier. Shelgon. Wait, Bagon. This was Bagon, not Shelgon. Sheldon. Shelgon is the boring cocoon. Guess I like how it had legs. That's kind of funny, but C tier. Salamence I like a lot. It's an A tier for me. I like that they kept it simple for this dragon. It's not another Tyranitar. It's not a friendly dragon like Dragonite. It is its own thing. It's badass, kind of like a Charizard, but it's like a streamlined thing with the cool wings that look like they can cut through air. It's very aerodynamic. I love it. It's an A tier. Beldum, a very weird first evolution. I like that it's basically just a leg of the final stage. That's fun. It's a B tier for me, even though it's literally like nothing. It's a nothing Pokemon. Metang is the weird middle thing. I don't like its nose. I don't like how it's like a half thing. It doesn't look as modular like, you know, it looks like several Beldums could become a Metagross, but Metang is a weird middle thing. I think it would have worked better if Beldum just evolved into Metagross. I would have much preferred that. A D tier for Metang. Metagross, I love. It's a weird metal alien thing that looks very badass, like almost spider-like, but not in a way that grosses me out. It's a really creative thing. I love Metagross. It's an S tier. Regirock. I like the idea of having a golem trio. Works very well. The stone one, maybe the most basic one. I think it's okay. It's a B tier. Looks badass. Regice is fun. I think it was my favorite of the three. Also B tier, like how spiky and crystalline it is. However, Registeel is my new favorite, I feel like. Also B tier, but I like how it looks like an android, or like an alien almost. Like a golem made out of steel. Like you would think about it and like, it doesn't make sense, but then you see this and it's like, oh, it makes sense. Latias. I like it more than Latios. I like using Latios more because it's stronger, but Latios has the nice anime eyes. Looks like a caring mother. I would fly on this. It's another S tier, sure. I love it. S tier. Latios, I mean, basically they're the same thing in blue, but you know, it's more badass. Only A tier, only A tier. I like cuteness more. Kyogre. This is where the legendaries became also very complex. Like the pattern, the fins. But I like Kyogre. It's a B tier. Looks badass. Groudon is the weird one. I will also give it a B tier. But I'll actually give it a C tier. I don't think it's as good. Like, it's supposed to be a continent, but why is it red? Why does it look like an armadillo? It's strange and looks like a Lego thing, like modular. The other one looked more like a deep sea thing. This looks like a weird plastic model. Rayquaza is cool. Looks badass. I like how it only has gums and it's a bit weird. It's also very busy design with all the lines and different colors. I'll give it a C tier. It's not a great design. Jirachi is basically this gen's Celebi, or Mew if you will. But I like it. I like the wish tags on its face. It's a nice little gimmick. I like the little makeup tears it has. It's a very cute little fairy, which is also not fairy type, but it's a cool mascot. I like the typing. It's an A tier. I really like Jirachi. Deoxys, the DNA Pokemon. This one looks very weird, very busy design, very strange and alien-like, because it literally is an alien. I like it in a way, but at the same time it's too much. Like, went through too far with it. It's like, no. It's more like an enemy boss of some fighting anime. Not really a creature you catch to do battle with. I'll give it a C tier. And with that we finished 3rd gen. I really liked playing through 3rd gen originally. Yeah, I think there were fewer Pokemon I really love. A lot of ones that are too weird. Actually, I always defended 3rd gen because I heard that argument from others, like, the Pokemon don't look like Pokemon, they're bad. And I was like, what are you talking about? But now that I looked at all of them critically, I can kind of see why. Like there's more the cute animal stuff from the 1st gens is a bit more subverted here. But I like it a lot. I like the first 4 gens I like a lot. I skipped 5th gen for a very long time. Only played through it last year. But I think 5th gen is also good. I think the Pokemon themselves are fine always. It's just, I don't know. I'm off topic now. Thanks for watching. My name is Lee. Subscribe if you want to see me talk about the other gens too. Or play Mahjong, or read visual novels, or do anything really. Upload weird other videos from time to time. It's been fun doing these. I need to drink now and eat now. But then I'll continue recording some more stuff today. See you next video.